Imagine a situation where you are following one rule, then a new rule comes out that seems to contradict it. How do you know which one to follow? It is a common challenge in our ever-evolving legal world. Well, in the world of law, this is often explained by a concept called implied repeal. Implied repeal happens when a newer law takes precedence over an older law, even if the older law is not specifically mentioned as being repealed. It is like the newer rule automatically overwrites the older one. The core idea behind implied repeal is that the most recent expression of the legislatures should govern. When a legislative body passes a new law, it is presumed to be aware of existing laws. If the new law is clearly and irreconcilably inconsistent with an older one, courts infer that the legislature intended for the older law to no longer be in effect. However, courts do not take this lightly. There is a strong legal presumption against implied repeal. This means judges will first try very hard to interpret both laws in a way that allows them to coexist and function together. Only when there is a clear, unavoidable conflict, where both laws simply cannot operate simultaneously, will a court decide that the older law has been implicitly repealed. This careful approach ensures stability and predictability in our legal system. So, what does this mean for us? It means that when looking at laws, especially older ones, it is always a good idea to see if any newer legislation has been passed on the same topic. While you might not find a direct mention of repeal, understanding the concept helps you recognize when a more recent, more specific law might be the one that is currently in force. This can help clarify which rules apply to a situation. This legal principle, often summarized by the Latin maxim, lex posterior derogat priore, which means the later law repeals the earlier law, is essential for a dynamic legal system. It allows the law to adapt and evolve without needing to scour every single statute book to explicitly strike out outdated provisions. It helps prevent legal stagnation and ensures that legislative intent remains paramount, even when not explicitly stated for every single prior law. Ultimately, implied repeal is a practical tool that legal systems use to maintain coherence and relevance. It ensures that our laws reflected current needs and societal standards, smoothly transitioning from older regulations to newer ones. This process keeps our legal framework clear, adaptable, and most importantly, functional for everyone.